Hello and welcome everyone to the first video on my channel. And yeah, I suppose this is hello and welcome to my channel in the first place. I'm Skye, I'm a software engineer, but that is largely irrelevant. You join me on my Steam page with Kerbal Space Program open, and we're not quite going to launch it yet. We need to do a bit of legwork to set up everything required for this up and coming Let's Play. So, some context. What are we doing? Well, to begin with, we need to install some mods, because this is going to be a heavily modded Kerbal Space Program play. The principal mods that I want to talk are Principia, which adds realistic gravity. It is an n-body integrator. I have already installed it because it's slightly finicky to install, especially on Fedora, which is what I'm currently running. So I would highly recommend you go to the, I'm just going to bring it up now, Principia GitHub page. And if you just scroll down here, there is an FAQ for how you install this. Second is Kerbal Operating System, or KOS for short. I'm envisioning that throughout this playthrough, everything I do, or most things I do rather, will be automated. That is to say, I will try my best to only interact with things in the flight scene while I am using the Kerbal Operating System terminal and any scripts that we write. And as part of that, I will be setting up a GitHub repo so that we can track the changes to this code, and any of you can contribute, and I'll have contributions in it, credits somewhere. And by the end of this, we should hopefully have a fully working KOS flight computer. That is the ultimate goal of this playthrough, because it's something that I've been interested in for a very long time, and I thought I may as well document it here while I'm having a bit of fun. So that repo will set up as well towards the end of this. This episode will be sort of an episode 0 at setup of sorts, rather than actually getting into any gameplay. And the final mod I want to talk about, it's really set of mods, those being Real Scale Solar System, so we're going to be playing on the Real Solar System, and Realistic Progression 1, or RP0, the family of mods centered around Realism. As part of the Realism overhaul pack, here is the GitHub repo. And again, if you want to follow along, I'm not going to show a tutorial of how to set everything up. All of these have excellent wikis that you can follow, including things like, hey, how do I install? So yes, this will be a quick showing the specific configuration I'm using rather than showing how to set up the configuration I have. Yes, Linux users, beware, if you are using Principia as I am, you need to install libc++. I don't know about any other operating systems, you'll have to double check yourself. So anyway, this will be divided into timestamps if I've done my job correctly, so skip forwards or backwards to anything that's of interest to you. And the first thing, I mentioned I've already installed Principia, but we need to install some other mods. So we are going to do that. Now, because I'm running on Bazite, which is a gaming focused Fedora thing, I'm installing ccan in a toolbox. I don't know why it starts in the middle there. Yes, please refresh the mods list. So here we are. I am going to look for Realism. Also, something I love. I'm actually going to set the compatibility version to 1.12. Even though I'm running on 1.12.5, some mods might be 1.12.3, I don't know. I should probably mention, it's been a while since I've played modded KSP. Last time I did any KSP was back when 1.10 was just released. and prior to that I hadn't really played since 1.6, so I'm going to be slightly out of date here. But Express install for Realism overhaul / realistic, this is the one we want. We're going to be installing some extra mods after this, but for Realism overhaul, this will install everything super quickly, and that is excellent. We want to scale, we want high graphics, please take a look at your own thing. We want RP1, yes. You'll notice as well some of these are cached because I installed a test of this earlier just to make sure that everything is running correctly and that the game boots up, and it did, so that is why you're joining me today. Now, at this time, because it's working, well, it was working in my test, I don't know if it will be working, I suspect a lot of this will be cut out because it's boring watching things go by, although it will be a lot faster than it was the first time around because it's cached. So if you're hearing this, hello. If you're not, well, if you're not hearing it, I didn't really think that one through, did I? Anyway, if I'm going to do a time lapse, please leave this awkward bit in and then time lapse immediately after it, because that would be quite funny. Okay, well, that's that installed. So now we can go on to the extra mods that I want to either install or make sure were installed. The first of this is Kerbal Operating System. I would really like to have that somewhere here. KOS, hello. Okay, well, I am going to make sure I'd really like to add that. That requires 1.8. Okay, compatible versions 1.8. Where's KOS 4? There. KOS, that is... wasn't installed. Ah, okay, I thought it was. Anyway, do we want any other... I don't know if we have raster prop wonder, but it would be very nice to be able to see this from the IVA view. Although saying that, we're not going to have a lot of IVA views for a long time, because we're going to be dealing with mostly... Oh, actually, should we use embedded KOS circuits instead of KOS for all? No, we'll go with KOS for all and raster prop monitor, because why not? And now we get to see a bunch of other mods that might pop up. I'm not going to install any of them yet because I've still got 1.8. I'm going to remove that, accept, and we're going to look at some other mods I'd like. So do I have talking port alignment indicator? I do not. And talking port sound effect, I also do not. Do we also have the Skybox? We do not. Do we have a visual overhaul? We do, but do we have Scatterer? We do. I really like Scatterer. Do we have Parallax? We do, that's good. And, oh, I want basically all of the near future stuff. Because I actually really enjoy near future. So I'm going to install spaceflight, solar, rovers, propulsion. I'm not going to install this because I think having Argon rather than Xenon only would be quite interesting. Launch vehicles, explorations, electrical and aeronautics, sure. I'm also going to go for atomics. Now, I am aware that a lot of these won't come into play until very far into the playthrough. Potentially it never will, depending on how long it takes me to get there. But it would be very nice if we had the ability to use these later on. I don't know why I'm looking for RO engines, because RO engines should exist. But we do want extended. What else? I want internal RCS, because I'd really like small RCS ports that are easier to hide. I would like station parts. Salute. Oh. Yes, tracking station evolved and stock-like station parts expansion. We love how that looks. We want Soviet parts, those being probes. Oh, hang on. Tantares does stock-like, so we'll do that instead. We want. What happened to the Salute station? Oh, we've got that installed. What happened to stock expansion? It is here somewhere. It is not here somewhere. RSS expansion has been updated. Oh. I am going to double check which planets are installed there, because it might be fun if we could go to somewhere like Eris. But it really depends. What's been added? Actually, no, it only has Homer, so let's not. Let's go for shuttle. We would really like shuttle water. And yes. And Buran. Yep. And station. We're just going to double check I've not missed any here. I've already looked here. Oh, Stockholm Station Plus expansion. Why is that a separate thing from there? I don't know. Anyway, we also want better time warp if it's not installed already. Better burn time. I like how that is. Better time warp. We also want editor extensions. We've got edit. Oh, I like editor time. Speaking of things I like, lights. Where is lights outfit? I really like being able to see in the VAB what things look like at night time, so I can make sure they are properly lit. Historian. Now, I should probably mention I haven't played modded KSP for a number of years, so I don't know which mods are currently up to date and which ones are not. See, HyperEdit, I always used to use that just to make sure I had stuff I want. Was Kerbal Wind? Yeah, I like Kerbal Wind. I'm basically trying to make this realistic and annoying. No, not continued. I'm looking for Grill Vessel Viewer. It's not up to date. That is a shame. There's the checklist. I see. We have pre-launch checks, but we don't need it because we can have a Verna checklist. I would like ScanSat, but I don't remember if it is updated. It's not. Okay. Well. Unless there are any. Do we have US probes parts? Yes. pardon me. Yeah, I'm going to apply that. Unless there are any things I can particularly think of. We do have Kerbalism, don't we? Should do. Yes, and Realism. Excellent. Apply. Yes. Now. Oh, what's happening here? Recommendations, RP1 Legacy. No, we do not want RP1 Legacy. We're using RP1 Current. Suggestions, Kerbal construction time. I thought that was already included. Yes, see, what are you complaining about? KCT, yeah, it's already installed, okay. Toolbar, yes. Automated screenshots, I have no idea. That is fine. Okay, so now you're going to join me again when all of this installs later. I think when I've finished installing all of these mods, I'll probably see if I can find a way of generating a list, and if not, then I'll manually create a list so that I can put it in the video description. Yes, it would be a lot more convenient if I could do something like export the mods listing so that people could automatically install from CCAN a lot easier. I'll see if there's a way to do that. And if there is, then you'll know because it will be in the video description. Hint hint, go look down there. Awesome, we're just about to be finished. Now, I am going to... oh, I need to wait for these to install. But I am going to go back into CCAN's menu and just double check cached mods, or cached mods, pronounce that however you wish. Yes, I'm going to look at those just to double check I'm not missing anything that I would especially like to be playing with. Now, one would assume I'm not, because otherwise I would have remembered it, and I would be sat there going, oh, I really wish I could play with insert mod here. But on the off chance I'm missing something that I actually really like, I'm just going to double check the cached mods. Because as mentioned, I did install this earlier, and I spent a lot more time looking through the mods listing then than I did just now. Okay, so bam, bam. How do I filter cached? Ooh, there's quite a few that aren't installed here. And by quite a few, I mean... oh right, I forget scroll wheel doesn't perfectly work. Oh, okay, so these are the ones that I installed. Yes. I would like those. So, alcohol, sure. Enteri sickness, yes. Hemisphere... oh, volumetric clouds for Earth, Mars, Venus and Titan. You betcha. Kinetic living spaces. Yes. I don't remember what that's for. Cryogenic... no, actually I don't want either of those. Purge. Nope. Oh, have I just lost them? Anyway. Or you would like FASA? Filter extensions? Maybe Kerbal Atomics, liquid fuel, Kerbal Atomics, other mods. Don't particularly care. Kerbal Attachment System. That would be useful when we eventually get there. Add-on version checker. Now that will be useful for creating a listing of all the things I've installed. Decaying RTGs. I think Kerbalism covers that, so we're not going to be playing with any default craft. I'm going to be building all of them from scratch. That doesn't really work. That would be useful. That would be useful. Skylab, yes. Ah, right, I was right. Spectra. What are you incompatible with? Have interesting. Curve inside remastered. Yeah, maybe we're not going to then. Fine. But I want it. What are you incompatible with? Why aren't you happy? What's wrong? Oh wait, I can scroll up and see what's red. Nothing's red, you're just unhappy. Apply. Oh, it scatter sun flare. Right, of course, I forget. When you install Scatterer, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to... I really want Spectra rather than Scatterer. Sunflare. I'm going to go through and unremove all of these things that I don't really want being removed by removing Scatterer's Sunflare. MJ2, we don't really need that because we're going to be making our own. No, you know what? I cannot be bothered. Installed. We're just going to restart that again. Nope, not to the top. We would like... Oh, but it would look so nice. It would look so nice though. Oh, I want it. You know what, we'll not have Spectra. I'll be upset, but... Tweak scale. We don't have tweak scale. That's odd. Anyway, I do want all of these other things. Not all of them, but a lot of them. That's, yes, volumetric clouds. Oh, I'm so excited. We want that. What's RLA again? Oh, right, yes. Is that everything that we want? Yes, apply. Yes, apply. Easy vessel switch, sure. Kerbal Operating System, also sure. That's all the information display. I'm gonna say we don't actually need that because we're gonna make it ourselves. Eventually. I hope. Continue. Right. Round 3 of installing mods. But this will be the last, I hope. Right, I'm going to say this is done for CCAM. So we can exit. Now, next step up, we want a code editor of some description. I'm going to use VS Code because it's what I'm used to and it's what I like. You can use whatever code editor you would like. I am going to use, I want my preferred editor of use is, sorry, my preferred theme of use is Night Owl. Yes. With no italics. Yep. We're going to browse some language extensions afterwards, those being KOS. What is the difference between these these two. You know, we're gonna go for that one. Sure. I would recommend you read that better than I just did. Tune your settings. Don't need to sync. I will do that afterwards. I do not need to watch a video tutorial. I've used VS Code long enough. Work. Right. Now that we have that, we need to set up a repo for this. So, repositories. You'll see that number jump. I am going to set up. This is the GitHub repo I'm going to be using for this tutorial. Not tutorial. I don't know why I said tutorial. Playthrough. What do we want to call it? I guess it could just be KOS Flight Computer, right? Because that is what we're going to be doing. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to add a readme. I'm not going to add a git ignore yet because I'm not sure. License, whatever. Would this be Apache 2? You know, we'll get to that later. I'll create this repo, and yeah, you guys will be able to take a look here and maybe contribute. I don't know. So I'm going to do the next trick, which is, I'm also going to get rid of VS Code. We're going to make sure this repo lives in the correct part of our KSP install. So we're going to browse to our local files, and I'm going to open Pitaxis here. What we want to do... Now, scripts in KOS live under the... is it ship scripts? Yes. So we're going to make a script folder, and this is where everything KOS will be stored. So we're going to git clone bang. Ah, no we're not, because I made a mistake. We're going to rm-rf. My mistake there is that we're going to delete that. We're going to git clone that, and we're going to call it script. Exit. There. README has cropped up. Excellent. And this is that. We're going to code script. No, we're not. Where did VS Code? New file, open folder. Dear. Nope, it would help if I had done that, and oh, this is going to be really annoying, so you know what, let's do it the old-fashioned way. Open, home, me, theme, Steam apps, common, KSP, ships, script, open. I do trust the authors, it's me. Oh, what? Something came up in the background, that's annoying. And here we are. I am accidentally pressing enter. So, we now have a repo set up in the correct portion of our KSP install. Which means we should be good to boot the game, and hopefully everything will work. Okay, so we've launched into the game. Excellent. Now I am going to double check all of my settings because I like to have certain things set rather than the defaults. Advanced equals yes please. That should be fine. Graphics fine. Yep. Audio should be loud, but maybe turn it down to 15%. And accept. Pardon me. Okay, so I am going to create our career. I'm also going to close this window. So I don't know anything here, do I? Ah, I have the old one that I played about 3 years ago. That can be gone. So we're going to start a new one. Career mode, normal. So Realism Overhaul is now balanced around normal. I say now, it's probably been like that for a while, but suddenly since the last time I played it wasn't. So we're going to stay on normal difficulty, although we might go and have a look at some extra settings just to see what's there. What do we call this though? Automated Realism. Sure. I have no better ideas for name. Flag. Well, I'm based in the United Kingdom, so UKSA appeals to me. Oh, I forget how many flags are added by all of the different... maybe we can create our own custom flag later on. You know what, for now I'm going to stick with UKSA. Sorry, I have a terrible cough at the moment. Right. Yes. I would like to enable com network. Yes. I don't want respawning. That's fine. I do want to allow other launch sites. Sure. Advanced. Now, I do want to enable all of this because I'm going to be focusing mostly on automation and probes, and not having these set makes it a lot more trivial than I would otherwise like it to be. I know very little about that, so we're going to skip. Better time warp. Sure. Button management. Sure. I'm just probably going to go through this, and you're just going to get the sped up version of it. I don't remember what the hang key is. We do want ground stations. Sure. Oh. know what? We won't leave those. We will focus on a large launch site. Landing at a base to unlock it, that will probably just be annoying, because I don't really want to fly across the globe to get to different things. Whatever, that's fine. Do we want Kerbals to recover radiation? Yes, we do. Do we want to show any messages? I would like to see CME messages, that would be nice. That's fine. KJR. Whatever, that's fine. KOS. Now this is what we want. Do we want to start in the archive by default? So essentially the archive is sort of your global script store. I think the equivalent in universe would be like if all of your rockets were starting with their memory addresses automatically networked into some large data center on the ground, say at Cape Canaveral or whatever, rather than one, which is their local file system. It's quite easy to transition from one to the other, so I think we're going to leave it as is. Although I am going to bump up the instructions per update to about 500. I'm going to bump it up to a nice whole number. Really? Can I not do 200? 401, that's annoying. I'm just going to put it to near 500. So our processors will perform 2.5 times faster. I suspect we might need the performance later on when we run some things that are loud. You know what? That'll be fine for that. KSP wheel, I know nothing about. Lights out, sure. Patch manager, sure. Real antenna, that'd be fine. Realism overhaul, that'd be fine. Overhaul mobs, that'd be fine. RP1, this is... I'm going to use Kerbalism rather than stock RSS. I don't really like how city lights look. Okay, I never liked how city lights looked on Kerbin because Kerbin doesn't have any ground cities, but Earth does, so I'm going to leave them. That will just annoy me rather than because the point is this is meant to be fun, of course. Accept. Okay, so I'm going to launch our save. Let's say maybe reaching orbit, we won't get there until maybe 61. If we want to make that easier for ourselves, we should go close to the equator. Focus follows click, please. Accept. Toolbar, okay, sure. Right, yeah, let's just do all of the... Here, Space Center, we will deal with that. Principia, you are loaded, excellent, good to know. KOS detected, there are one or more new connectivities. We're using ComNet because we want that. So, we were just talking about this. Excellent. So yes, if we want to do something easy, then we should go close to the equator. I don't really want to be easy though, I want to be fun. Oh, I've just forgotten all of the control schemes. So we're currently based in Cape Canaveral. Oh, the aurora looks good. I don't know. So yeah, we could go somewhere like Curaçao. I don't know how you pronounce that in, what's that, French Guiana? FR, yeah. Or, what's this? Satish Dhawan. I also apologise for any pronunciation. Or we could make it a lot more difficult for ourselves. Like, what if we went better for Aberporth? I am based in the UK, so that might be interesting. And historically, I've played RSS RP0 twice in the past. Once 2 years ago, I was based in Canaveral, and before then, I was actually in White Sands. But it might be fun to do this. There is no. There is Madrid DSS, which is the NASA's Deep Sky DSN. I'm trying to say. What does Kennedy have? Sweden. I didn't know they had a launch site. You know, I'm going to start here. I think it'll be fun to start in Europe. Yeah, let's start in Europe. I really hope that worked. This thing keeps cropping up. It's very annoying. So it is the middle of the night here in sunny UK. So, administration. Oh, this has very much changed since the last time I was here. I am going to say actually that we have now set up our save, and everything from this point onwards will come up in episode 1. So stick around for that whenever that happens. I don't know when that will come up. Maybe by the time you're viewing this, it will. But yeah. I will catch you all next time.